The Russian military continues to apply the tactics of small boilers in eastern Ukraine. As a result, the encircled Ukrainian military are suffering huge losses in military equipment and manpower. The success of Russian tactics is confirmed by the actions and statements of the Ukrainian leadership. The head of the pro-presidential faction, Servant of the People, in the Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine, David Arahamia, confirmed that Ukraine is losing up to 1,000 servicemen a day in the Donbass, of which 200 to 500 are killed. Losses have increased significantly over the past 2 weeks. According to his statements, Ukraine has drafted about 1 million people into the army and has the opportunity to recruit 2 million more, which makes it possible to compensate for the growing losses. However, without increased Western assistance, the Kiev regime is not able to repel Russian forces. The growing role of the United States, the UK, and the EU in the war in Ukraine increases the risks of a global conflict. For the first time since the start of the Russian military operation, the President of France, Chancellor of Germany, Prime Minister of Italy came to Ukraine. Emmanuel Macron, Olaf Scholz, and Mario Draghi will meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky a day before the European Commission provides conclusions on the prospect of Ukraine's membership in the EU. The leaders plan to discuss the issues of mine clearance of ports and unblocking grain corridors. At the same time, it's reported that France plans to supply Ukraine with 6 additional 155mm Caesar self-propelled howitzers. NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg said that the alliance is preparing a plan to transfer the Ukrainian army from post-Soviet weapons to weapons of NATO standards. He also announced the allocation of a new military aid package to Kiev. According to him, the transfer of long-range artillery and heavy weapons to Ukraine will be announced on the evening of June 15th. The former commander of NATO forces in Europe, Wesley Clark, claimed that Ukraine will lose the war without direct intervention of the alliance. He assured that if NATO does not intervene in the war, the alliance should be dissolved or uselessness. According to the retired U.S. general, the alliance should either go beyond the outlined framework or cease its activities. The Kiev military is already making plans for attacks with foreign weapons that have not yet been received. Ukrainian General Marchenko said that after receiving Western assistance, the Crimean Bridge will become the #1 target for the armed forces of Ukraine. Thus, the military command of Kiev's forces confirms that any promises not to strike at Russian territory with the help of American systems are just empty words.